Hello, welcome to Friend Friday. I am joined here by my guest, Roo the Day. Roo, if you'd like to
Hello.
introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Roo.
You are our first female guest. How do you feel?
I feel like, my ancestors that are also female, shattering that glass ceiling. So the glass ceiling of the Homieverse has officially been shattered.
Absolutely. We're very happy to have you here. And by we, I mean me. It's just me. I'm a one-man army. You know?
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to have a Friend Friday.
I record, edit all my own stuff. I make all my own graphics.
Yeah. You're totally a one-man show.
Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare. Anyway, today we will be playing Risk of Rain 2, I believe this is, yeah?
Yes.
Great.
So what this is it's basically like I guess I would call it more like a wave-based game. So there are 6 stages that we can go through. You can make more if you want, but we're just going to go through 6 today. And each stage, the game scales with difficulty the longer you play it. Okay. So the longer you're in it, you'll see on the top right-hand corner of your screen, there'll be a thing that's like, easy, hard, ha ha ha, I'm coming for you, I see you, I'm going to end you. Like, okay. Progresses through that. So we want to get through the stages kind of as fast as possible. Okay. But so every time we kill enemies, we earn money for it. And we share money, so we don't have to like fight over kills or whatever.
So it sounds like zombies mixed with like speed running a little bit. Yeah.
And there are chests all over that, there are items in them and we have to buy them. And the items are random. So, I mean, there are like some shops around where you can see the items in them or they're just a question mark. Okay. But yeah.
Let's just hop into it. I'll learn myself along the way and I'll kind of follow your lead. I have to E to escape the pod.
So these guys are annoying. Now, these are the big stone titans, but they're not too tanky.
Do we do team damage? If I keep shooting at you, are you going to take damage?
No.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's no PvP that I know of. Maybe for mods. Also, control is your run. Like in Minecraft. Run.
Awesome. Now, do enemies have like a weak hitbox? Like a weakness point? Namely his giant like red eye for the stone titan.
Not that I know of. They might, but not that I know of. Also, my biggest tip that I would give is always just keep moving forward. Okay. Just keep running, because the enemies are going to follow you no matter what, but if you're backed up like in a corner, you're probably going to get overwhelmed really quickly.
Just keep moving forward, just like Kid Cudi said.
Yeah, exactly. And just look around for chests. They're like these little blue boxes in the ground. Sometimes they're in a different color, but that's where all of the items are going to be. Oh, and we're also looking for the teleporter. So the teleporter is what we activate to spawn the boss to get to the next level.
Great. I don't remember Kid Cudi saying any of this, but it sounds a little familiar. Let's try to do these questions while we fight these guys off. What got you into gaming? Do you remember your first game?
The very first game I ever played by myself was on the PS2, and it was a Neopets game.
Yes! Oh my god, I had The Darkest Fairy!
Yes!
I had that game! I loved Neopets!
I loved that game so much. It was terrifying, because I was like, 7 or whatever. But it was also so fun because like we couldn't really afford consoles when I was growing up. But we had borrowed this console from a family friend for an extended period of time. Gotcha. And we had like a snowmobile game. But the Neopets game I got like really frustrated with because I couldn't figure out this one quest, like how to get somewhere. I think the game was just glitched. And I just like couldn't get to a certain area.
I actually want to follow up with that Neopets thing. There is a very, very well-known glitch if you've ever played that game. If you beat the final boss and you go to like the end part of the game, there's no way to leave. They did not create an exit from the medieval... So you can buy... I don't remember what it is.
You can buy one of these things here if you want, and it'll tell you what it does down on the bottom.
Extra damage to bosses. Cool.
But yeah, that is definitely a big bug. Don't know how they left that one in there.
I don't know. It blew my mind as a kid. I was like, how do I get out of this area? And they were like, yeah, you can't get out once you get in. So I don't know if that's what you experienced, but it's so significant in my brain that they overlook something like that. I can't believe that you just said that.
Yeah, they were probably like, oh, good enough. Close enough. But yeah, anyway, so after that, I don't really remember playing any games because, you know, we had to return the console to its rightful owner. Oh, look, I found the teleporter.
Great.
After that, it was pretty much until college that I didn't play any more games. I was dating this guy who adopted a dog, and I was like finished with school. I was in my last semester, and I had like one class, so I had a lot of free time. We're just full sending it. Okay.
Yeah, I did something.
So this guy has a laser eye that if you are in his vision, you will get hit and it will hurt. So
that's Reggie Rock.
Get where you are breaking line of sight with him.
I'm just gonna leave here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. Continue.
So I was dating this guy and I was babysitting his dog while he was going to work. And I was like, well, I don't really have any studying to do because I was taking an easy class. And so I just started playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on his Xbox and loved it. Absolutely loved it. To this day, another Assassin's Creed game just doesn't hit the same.
No, it was that first Assassin's Creed magic for you that did it?
Yeah, yeah. I tried to play Origins and hated it. So
Origins is the Egypt one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I own that and I'm trying to play it soon. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it, but that's coming soon.
After that, I ended up buying my cousin's Xbox off of him, his Xbox One.
Awesome.
And the game I played was Fallout 4, and I spent, you know, like 300 hours in Fallout 4.
Yes, it takes place in Boston, up by me.
Yes, it is placed in Boston, and actually, after I played it, or actually while I was playing it, I came to Boston for a grad school interview.
Oh,
so I got to like see all of the places I was going in the game.
Did you recognize it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you look like a Leonardo DiCaprio meme? Where you're just pointing at the TV screen?
Yeah, essentially. After that, you know, I had my Xbox for a while. Then I decided to build a computer, and here we are.
Very nice. Now, do you have any long-term goals for streaming? Do you see yourself doing it for years to come, or is it more of just a hobby? For the time
you know,
being?
I don't know. I enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. You know, I was just trying it out at first because my best friend Maddie, Hot Fire Flame, you know.
Shout out, we can put her link on screen.
She has been streaming for like a year and a half or maybe 2, something like that.
Okay.
And I saw how much fun she had streaming. So like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll try it out. You know, let's see, get my feet wet. And, you know, it's been really cool to, you know, build my own community and find people that actually like watching me. Didn't think that would be a thing, but here we are.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it is strange.
It's like a cool strange, but it's like...
Yeah, I found it.
You guys care about me?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, I'm gonna head that way.
We subscribed to you for almost a year.
Oh my, I know. I feel like I owe you guys like all of your money back and then some just for dealing with me. That's how it feels after a while. You're just like, man, I owe you guys like a pizza party at the end of the year. If you guys are good. We're having an ice cream party.
A pizza party. Yeah, that would be great.
That transitions into my next question, again about streaming. What's the most fun you've had streaming thus far? Is there a certain stream or a certain game that you've played that you enjoyed the most?
Oh, that's a good question. I have to think about that one a little bit. I can't think of like if there's like a specific stream that sticks out. I mean, there was one where I got a bigger raid from a friend.
Okay.
My friend Drew, he's not the expert on YouTube, and he's not the expert YouTube on Twitch.
Perfect. We'll put those links on screen.
He sent a big raid my way, and that was really nice of him. We went to college together, and he's just such a nice guy. He actually started making YouTube videos in college, and like ended up being able to pay his rent off of YouTube videos while we were in college. Yeah,
that's the dream.
Yeah, so he was the homie, sent a big raid my way. I can't even remember what I was playing, but I think I ended up playing Risk of Rain that stream because I was like, oh man, I just got a fat raid and I can't stop now. But I really enjoy the buddy sim streams. Those ones are a lot of fun because it's just such a cute game, and while it's, you know, a little spooky, it's also a lot cute. So.
Oh, that's the game that I watched you play for a few hours that day. I know what game that is.
Yeah.
I didn't see it get very spooky though, which is what I was concerned about. I was like waiting for it to get spooky, and like I think the scaredest that it made me was like, what's about to happen? Why is this considered a spooky game?
Yeah.
And
it pops
I don't
up
think I was
like every once in a while there's just like a little thing like. But I mean, it's pixels, so.
Yeah, but pixels can be scary. Have you ever heard of Subnautica?
I have heard of Subnautica.
It's not
and
great.
I've watched you play Subnautica.
Yeah. Pixels can be scary, needless to say. Now, do you
need
have...
to find this teleporter.
Okay. Do you have a dream sponsor? It could be like Red Bull, Q-Tips, Geico. It could be anything. Do you have a dream sponsor?
Oh man, Nerds Rope.
Nerds Rope? Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Nerds Rope is my favorite candy of all time, and they just released these new things. They're like Nerds Gummy Clusters.
I've seen those. I want them.
They're so good. They're like Nerds Rope, but in bite form, and you can eat 1 million of them and not know that you've eaten 1 million of them. Whoa. Truly a top-tier product.
Yeah.
Jordan and I ate a whole bag each in like 2 days.
I think I might have died. I have -1 health.
Oh yeah,
hopefully
you're
that
dead.
sounds good.
You're dead.
Okay, I seem to be dead. I'm thinking of like creative ways to like fuck with you while you're playing. I'm thinking about going to like your stream chat and redeeming a hydration check just to see if you have OBS open.
I do not.
So, fun fact about me, I have OBS open almost all the time on my computer. It's very rare when I have it closed.
Oh no, I might die. We're not gonna die though.
You would never die.
We're gonna run away. I would never die.
Oh, you're so speedy.
Yeah! Alright, he's dead.
Yeah!
Oh no! I died! Oh. You wanna go again? Try again?
Yeah, I got more questions for you. Let's go again. Now, what is Roo like outside of stream? What are some things you like to do in your spare time when you're not streaming?
Honestly, play games is probably like one of the biggest things. I also really like to watch anime. But outside of streaming, the things that are most important to me are, my family, me and my boyfriend, and our pets. And I mean, also like my, real family, but they are my real family too at this point.
Yeah, of course.
So something that is kind of weird that I'm into is theme park lore. So I know a lot about like the history of theme parks and like attractions and how long they were there and why they were retired and that kind of stuff.
That sounds very interesting for the only reason that Five Nights at Freddy's is interesting, because like I want to know the horrific behind the scenes shit. I want to know like who died, why, and in what way, like behind the scenes that they don't tell anyone. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, no, and you can find it out, it's there.
I want to know who Walt Disney killed with his bare hands because they couldn't get the popcorn machine to work. Now, do you have a favorite movie or a top 3 if you can't choose even?
So my favorite movie.
Same for the anime.
Okay, my favorite movie of all time is Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's one of the most beautiful movies if you've never seen it. It is also a super faithful adaptation to the book.
Okay.
The author not only wrote the screenplay, he also directed the movie.
Oh,
so
cool. I like that.
He did the damn thing, and he was like, I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't let someone else take it. Because he wanted it to be a faithful adaptation of what high school feels like and how he felt in high school. So he was like, it's a movie that about a kid who's very lonely, and it's just the way it's written and the way that characters are together, the actors, it's just beautiful. My probably number 2 is The Green Mile. Another sad movie.
I love The Green Mile. It's very sad.
I really like movies that make me feel things, if you're not picking that up.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And then my number 3 would probably be Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, just because I watched that one with my mom probably like 400 times at this point, and it's just kind of our movie.
I don't think I'm familiar, actually.
So it's a loose adaptation of the Odyssey, and it's got George Clooney in it. It's a whole bunch of hijinks and, Oh, he just blew me back. It's a whole bunch of hijinks and, you know, what have you, but it's a cute little movie. It's also got some great music in it as well. But for anime, I would have to say Full Metal Brotherhood.
Oh, so good. So good.
That's actually what my next tattoo is from, is Full Metal.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Hunter x Hunter, which I know you don't like.
Okay, no, I like... Oh, I'm frozen. I liked Hunter x Hunter. I just didn't like that one arc. I just think it's stupid.
The Chimera Ant arc.
Yeah. It wasn't even a bad arc. I just think it was unnecessary.
And then my third favorite anime would have to be Violet Evergarden.
That keeps getting recommended to me.
Solely because of how beautiful the animation is. It is...
Yeah?
I can't even believe my eyes saw it, you know? Like, that my eyes could render that.
Seeing in 1080p.
Yeah, no, seeing in like 6K.
Oh my god.
It's very good. It's also another sad thing, but it does have fighting in it because I know that, you know, you like fighting things.
I do like my big stupid himbos fighting.
Yeah. You like shonens, but
I do.
You know.
What's next? Okay. So when I first met you, you were not going by Roo the Day. Would you like to reveal your former identity to the good folks at home?
Yeah, so I was going by Lawsome, which is, you know, kind of my more personal tag. And I wanted to, you know, if I was going to start streaming, I wanted to build a brand and, you know, have something that, you know, felt a little bit more like me, because that was just a, you know, a username I'd been using since I was... Oh, that's you.
Yeah, sorry I exploded you.
It's okay. It's just a username I'd been using, like, pretty much since I was, like, 14 or 15.
Oh yeah? You're not using the same old AOL email?
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to, you know, change it up, be a little bit different, be a little bit, I mean, you can still find me as Lawsome on Instagram, but that's my personal Instagram, not my, like, streamer, content creator one. I also wanted to make it a little bit harder for internet weirdos to find me. But if they find me here, you know, then it's fine.
They earned it. They deserved it.
Yeah, they worked hard enough. They watched this whole video, so...
So, it seems that anytime we go into a raid and you either follow or say something in chat, you always get a compliment on your username. The last two or three raids that you've been a part of, I've just noticed that each content creator is just like, oh, for the day, I love your username. And I'm just like, good for her.
Yeah, it's a very, you know, I think a lot of people find it cute. There was also, like, a thread on Twitter, a couple days ago. It was like, tell me your username without telling me your username. And I just looked up the GIF from iCarly where he's like, you will rue the day, Carly Shay. And it made the person who started the thread laugh.
That's what I think of every time. It's where I learned the word rue. It's
technically not where I came up with the name from. So I had a boss in college who was just the sweetest little old man. I say little old man, you know, he's like got 30 years in the field and like it's a very well-renowned cell biologist. But
very sophisticated man, but he was a little cutie, right?
Yeah, and he, like, every time I would, you know, ask him a question or be like, oh, you know, well, this is what's going on, he'd be like, alrighty, Roo. And, you know, he kind of just would always call me Roo because my name is Rose. Oh, that's so cute. And, yeah, so it just kind of, I was like, what other screen name could I come up with? And I was like, oh, Roo is cute. And, you know, that's what he always called me, so
shout out to him.
We're just going to full send it.
Yeah, he jump-started the whole shebang. Shout out to him one time.
Yeah.
Okay. You're stranded on a desert island and you can bring 3 members of BTS. Who are they and why are all 3 of them Jungkook?
Because he is handsome, smart, and has the voice of an angel. So he would be resourceful and, you know, help me figure out things. And, you know, if he wasn't resourceful, he would at least encourage me while singing to be resourceful, you know? I like that motivation.
So, I wasn't prepared for an answer. So I don't know how to respond. But
I'll be honest, I don't really know who any of the BTS people are. I was just riding with it. But I do know who Jay Park is. And, you know, he's awesome, so...
Is Jay Park Kpop?
Yes.
I listened to a rapper who's from Korea, originally from Korea. His name is Dumbfounded. I've been listening to him for about 10 years. YouTube rapper, but he raps with another Korean rapper named Jay Park. So.
Oh, cool.
That's so
I actually know who that is.
Oh, you do?
So I got really into K-pop in my like freshman year of college.
Okay.
Because there was a girl that I was friends with who was really into it, and we all just kind of listened to K-pop, and that was like the first experience I had with it. I was ahead of the curve.
Yes. Befriending the weebs, of course.
Yeah. This was before I like even watched anime or anything. This was when I still thought anime was like kind of cringe. As we all do when we're 16 or whatever.
As we do. Well, me watching Death Note at 16. That was my first anime, actually, Death Note.
See, the thing was, the people who watched anime were
total
not
weirdos.
the best representatives of
total
the community.
Weirdos. Yeah, if you watched anime before, like, 10th grade, you were a weirdo.
Yeah, it was like the kids who would hiss at you,
Yeah, so the local anime enthusiast at my junior high wore a tail to school. The tail guy from my junior high wore a fedora as well.
Oh, no.
Fedora, tail.
I mean, he knew who he was at a young age. And that is commendable, because I lied to myself for so long about who I was. So
It was a very funny sight. He was a very stout man.
Yeah.
I don't want. I'm trying my hardest not to sound like I'm shaming him, but like in 2007.
You kind of sound like you're shaming him. You kind of sound like you're shaming him, Jeff. Jeff, not inclusive. What?
No. In 2007, and at the age of 14, it was very funny.
Yeah.
Do the mods for this game get crazy?
I have never played modded. If I'm honest, I don't really like to play any game modded. I like to kind of play them as the developers intended.
Okay.
Maybe that's just me being a purist. Shout out to Bill one time, another purist out there.
Bill is a purist. He won't emulate anything.
Yeah, no, I know. He was talking about it. I was watching one of his Tetris streams the other day, and I had just so happened to pop in when he was talking about, like, what was it? How, there were these consoles, and how one was better than the other, and how, like, some of the emulators have gotten better at emulating the games, so he's like opening up to the idea of emulating, but still, wants to play it on the real console. It was it was very wholesome.
He was playing Minecraft on his PSP Vita.
Yeah,
recently.
I've been watching. I love Bill.
I love Bill too. Handsome. Put a shout out to Bill one time when I was like 10, and my mom was still trying to find out the right dosage for my Adderall that I needed for my ADHD. She got me a Bionicle in the same week, and I was so fascinated, as a child does, with Bionicle that I stayed up like past my bedtime, which was like 8 or 9 o'clock. I stayed up till like 10:30 p.m. and my mom was like, "Your dosage of Adderall's too high. We need to take you down." But I was just a kid fascinated with this new Bionicle, and I gotta say, I think she did me dirty on that one. But I don't know. Maybe it was for the best, because Adderall's not great. It's just diet meth that you're giving your children.
Yeah. I actually was diagnosed with ADHD in college. So when I was 20.
Really? Okay.
And because it manifests differently in little girls than it does in little boys.
So I've heard.
So I was like, my parents are saints, that they didn't kill me. Because I was a nightmare, Jeff. Like, I was a horrible child, and I know I was, and I just can't thank my mom enough for, not killing me.
Oh, what are these little droney boys? Oh, I have Amazon drones on me.
Yeah. I bought a couple drones, so they
awesome.
just vibe.
So anyway, you were a nightmare.
I was a nightmare, and my ADHD, so I was an angry kid, but I was perfect at school. My parents were always so worried about sending me to school because they were like, "Oh, we know she's going to be a problem." And I was perfect. I was always perfect at school, but I waited to be a nightmare at home.
Until you got home.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were already comfortable with your parents. No need to make it anybody else's problem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's how I felt about it too.
Exactly.
Now, I've been asking people questions like this the past couple days on stream to generate more conversation and stuff in chat and get more people active. So you may have already answered this question, but for the sake of the video, do you remember the first streamer you ever watched, and what were they playing? What fascinated you? What drew you to them?
I actually do. So there was it's just a YouTuber I really liked, who started streaming on YouTube. He was playing Minecraft. His name is IBX Toy Cat.
Okay.
And I really liked him because he was the only YouTuber I knew who played Bedrock instead of Java. Okay. And at the time, I was only playing on my Xbox. I didn't have a computer built. So
which is Bedrock exclusive, right?
Yeah. Bedrock is the console version of Minecraft. You can also play it on your computer, but Java is PC only.
PC, okay. Okay,
yeah,
I'm following.
So I was like, oh, well, I don't really want to watch Minecraft YouTubers if all they do is play Java, and I don't have any of those features. You know, it didn't really make sense to me.
Okay.
So I was like watching this guy. Yeah, I was watching this guy who, you know, was just vibing in his Bedrock Minecraft and, you know, having a grand time.
Grand old time.
And his streams like ranged from speed running to literally just placing 1,000 torches and it really just being like a just chatting stream.
Oh, I love that. So, now, for my next question, I know that you are a huge Hassan stan. Now, does he do anything that rubs off on you while you stream? Have you picked up anything from him?
I don't know if I have picked up on anything from Hassan, just because, like, while I do love him and his streams, I don't necessarily want to, you know, talk politics while I'm streaming. So I would say that, you know, if you're asking, like, more so, like, if there's a streamer that I idolize, I mean, so I'll answer the first part. I don't think there's anything Hassan has done that has rubbed off on me, because he can get kind of stun locked, and it's kind of like a meme in his community where he gets stun locked. But to answer the question of, like, if there's a streamer I idolize, I know you didn't really ask it, but
That's okay.
really look up to Gab Smolders. She is Jacksepticeye's girlfriend.
Right, we've talked about this,
and she just has, like, the most wholesome, kind, wonderful community. And it's like, most of her streams are just, like, chill, like, just chatting. She has literally played 4 years of Stardew Valley on stream. It's going to be ending tomorrow. She's went for the 100% perfection.
Oh, I love that.
So after that, there's, you know, nothing left to do. But just seeing how she carries herself and how, you know, she doesn't, like, put on, like, you know, this whole, like, show. She just is herself is really, you know,
very important
really
part of
nice,
streaming.
and it's
just
really comforting.
Yourself.
Yeah, and she also is, like, who I spend my mornings with. Like, you know, while I'm working, you know, my day job, I have streams on in the background to make me feel like I'm not alone.
That's so wholesome.
And she is who's in my background. Except, you know, now that you're streaming during the days too, now you are my coworker, and
I
you're
appreciate
here
that.
doing my jobs with me.
Great, I appreciate that, and I'm happy to do them with you. Next question. Growing up, was there ever a game that you wanted to play so desperately but never got the opportunity?
Fable. I wanted to play Fable so bad, and I never got to play it. There was a girl that I was friends with in high school who she had it, but whenever I went over for sleepovers, she would always play, and I just got to watch. So.
Oh, she didn't let you play?
No.
She was gatekeeping Fable from you?
She was gatekeeping Fable from me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is this your call out to her right now? Susie Q, why did you not let Roo play Fable?
Elle, if you're watching this, I wanted to play Fable. Damn it.
Oh no. In the meantime, I wanted to play Majora's Mask so bad as a kid. Yeah. And I just never got the opportunity. My neighbor Zach, who stole my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, Zach, I never forgot. Oh, you know what? It wasn't Zach, it was Ricky. Ricky was my...
You know what, Ricky?
I had 2 neighbors. Yeah, Ricky. Ricky stole my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 and he never gave it back. And I never forgot about it. I loved that game. Oh!
Ricky, we will never forgive you.
We will never forgive you. God forgives, I do not. Jeff Mahomey does not forgive.
Well, there's so many of them. Shout out to the Hamilton lyric.
I'm not having a good time! I'm not having a good time! Oh, no!
It would be super nice if you had grenades or something. Just to get them off of you.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a partner.
Oh, this might be the end of it! This might be the end of Jeff Mahomey as we know it!
Oh,
I'm sorry I let you
down.
down.
Good try, No, you did great. You honestly did so good for, you know, a first round.
I was button mashing like you write home about.
No, you did great. Thanks for playing with me. It was, you know.
Yeah, no problem. I had a blast.
Yeah.
I think this might be the perfect time to kind of finish off our last two questions. What can we expect from Roo the Day streams in the near future?
Well, in the near future, actually this week, I'm supposed to be playing Jackbox with my friend Drew, not the expert that I mentioned earlier. He wants to get, you know, some streamers together and play Jackbox, and he invited me, so I'm very excited to play that.
Awesome. Do you know which Jackbox it is?
I have no idea. I'm just showing up with a smile on my face and, you know, gonna be ready to go.
Me at every stream.
But other than that, I think, you know, I want to try to play more like indie titles. Like when I'm playing Buddy Sim, I'm usually the only person playing it. And I find that I get really good viewer engagement from people who really love the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's just kind of what I'm interested in. You know, gonna be playing more Buddy Sim, more, I want to play like the original Outlasts and Amnesia. I know they're not like indie games necessarily, but they're, you know, they're less streamed games.
Yeah.
So I really want to give indie titles some love. And, you know, I may not be playing just strictly horror, but, you know, kind of want to lean more towards, you know, the spooky side. But also, you know, I actually have plans to play It Takes Two with my good friend Sophie. So we'll see how that goes.
So, is there anything you would like to plug here, Roo?
Can I plug a theory?
You can plug whatever you want.
So, if you think about it, you know, they say we're made of stardust, right?
Sure.
So, we have all of these molecules in our body that were once at the far reaches of the universe. And, you know, originally these were a star or a planet or an asteroid or what have you. And over time, they've been broken down and pulled to different corners of the universe. And my theory is that, you know, our bodies are made of, you know, some parts of our original structure, but those original structure parts are always going to be magnetized towards each other. So my theory is that that's how soulmates are made. So, and it can be a soulmate of a friend or, you know, a significant other. And, you know, we're just pulled to each other because we're cut of the same cosmic cloth. So that's what I want to plug is go find your soulmate, go find your cosmic clothmate. Follow me on Twitch. That's it.
Twitch.tv/Roo the Day with some underscores. We'll put it on screen. But that's just a theory. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to. Okay.
That caught me off, but yeah, that's just a theory. A Roo theory.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And it was lovely. I had so much fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun too. Thanks for having me on.